photos that I don't think are anything special are the ones that always end up going through the roof. Unfortunately, this is just a fact of the social media game. Don't you just hate when you put incredible amounts of your time, energy, money, and effort into creating this whole masterpiece, and then when you upload your final product onto social media thinking that it's going to be the best piece of content ever made, it hardly gets any engagement and it just totally flops. I've experienced this as well too. There's pictures that I've made where I put so much time, effort, and energy into it only to see that nobody else cares about the production as much as I did. Why does this happen? Unfortunately, I think that just the majority of viewers spend less and less time, 1 or 2 seconds, analyzing a piece of content that they scrolled onto before making an assumption about the content on whether or not they want to interact with it or just keep moving on. People consume social media in one of several ways. Sometimes they're likely to use social media as a means of escapism. They like to feel as though they were transported into a whole different realm, somewhere that they feel like they can detach from their crummy real-life scenarios. Other people use social media as a means of learning. Even though most information online is skewed and not factual in the least, still people think that they're learning off social media anyway. Another way that people use social media is to look for products and services to purchase, whether or not they know that they're doing it or not. A lot of people will use social media as a means of finding product reviews, and they like to check out photos and videos of products before they commit to purchasing. Whether or not these are necessarily healthy habits for the general public is a whole nother question. But what happened to those people who used to consume social media for the art of it? Believe it or not, there are still some people in the world who appreciate art, but social media is just not the best place to display it. Typically, people are going to value things that they put monetary value onto. So if they invest into or they purchase a piece of art directly, they generally are going to appreciate it more. A lot of social media is free to use, so a lot of people don't appreciate it as much, especially when they feel that they can just scroll as fast as they want to at liberty without having to pay much attention to what they're looking at. And I'm guilty of this personally. I like to multitask, and I know that other people do too, so they're potentially splitting their attention into all sorts of other things that they have going on at home at the same time. But say somebody separates themselves from social media and they pay to go into an art museum, they're probably going to pay closer attention to and take more time to view the art that's around them. Unfortunately, I think a lot of artists aren't necessarily wasting their time on social media, but they're probably not using it effectively. I think these days artists should be using social media as a way of connecting with their audience rather than directly showcasing their work in hopes that it's appreciated. Social media should be used as more of a funnel and not necessarily as an end-all be-all for people to view your art. My advice to anybody who's using social media and hoping to get a bunch of likes and views in their high-end production, I would say to maybe keep that type of content more exclusive, and instead use social media as a way of gaining the interest of the people who are going to be most interested in your final product. For example, I can say from personal experience that I've posted my modeling pictures on social media for years. Nowadays, I try to post less of my end result photo shoots, and I try to post more work that directly helps my audience or helps my audience make a connection with me personally. These days, I post a lot of my behind the scenes, interviews, and advice that helps give my audience a feel that they're connecting with me on a deeper level. But I'm still keeping my overall presence on brand. I keep a lot of my very high-end photo shoots and video shoots on my website, which viewers can then go and visit and look at if they're taking the time to either book me as a model or they would just like to be a fan and take the time to admire my work. Social media is a great way to connect with your audience on a personal level that makes them feel like they want to invest into you or to purchase your products directly. All in all, if you're struggling on social media to get likes and views, just remember, you may have high quality work, but you just may not be sharing it and where it's most appreciated. Social media is its own beast, and so it's important to show some of your work on social media so people do know what you stand for, but also show more of your soft white underbelly side. In other words, be sure to showcase the parts of you that are most relatable to other people so your viewers feel a deeper connection to you. I hope today's video gave you a little bit more comfort and understanding. If you liked the video, feel free to give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more. And if you'd like to learn more from me, I'll link all of my information, how you can find out about all my projects going on, in the description down below. And so with that said, thanks again for tuning into today's video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now!